And welcome back to the Survivor Girl podcast, everybody. Episode 14, and I'm here with Becky hanging out.
And I can't believe it's episode 14 already.
Already, you guys. I'm so excited
Yeah.
about that. So, you know the drill. And before we get started and start talking about the heavy hitting stuff and all the awesome things that are happening in our lives, Becky's going to go ahead and do the disclaimer.
And here that disclaimer is: we are not doctors, therapists, counselors, or trained medical professionals. We are not here to treat, diagnose, or prescribe any means of treatment. We are here to share what we have been through and overcome in the hopes of inspiring, uplifting, and empowering others.
Yeah, so thank you for that. I'm glad
You're
that you
welcome.
let everybody know that each episode. And by now you should have that down.
Just about.
Just kidding.
Just got,
kidding.
occasionally trip over my eye teeth and I can't see what I'm saying, but
That's
I think
all right.
everybody does that.
You know what? One thing that I've learned to embrace with this show and this project that we're working on is that we're human.
Yes.
I say a lot of things wrong. I announce things, enunciate things wrong. Can't speak sometimes, and but that's okay because that's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I am.
That is us.
And that's who you are. So we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So we're glad that you guys are joining us. We are going to start out this episode with giving some subscriber shout outs. We've got 47 subscribers already, and I think that is awesome. We're going to go ahead and get to those. First off, go ahead. You got yours. You ready? Oh, no.
I'm sharing something right now.
Oh, she's sharing. That's okay. This is what we do too on the fly, guys. This is what we're doing. So
I think we should discuss the fact that we're episode 14 and except for one chair.
Except for one chair.
There are all the chairs in the studio are filled.
Oh yeah, we've got a full studio audience tonight, guys, and we are excited to be able to share the room with everybody. We have our intern Kenna joining us tonight. Tiffany's hanging out. She's part of the street team, and Hope is part of the street team, and also my bandmate. I'm super excited about that. And Nate is he does our engineering. Thank you, Nate. You're doing an awesome job. And our producer Tony's hanging out as well. So we've got one chair open, and we'd like to have people come and join us and hang out. We think it's great. So it's lots of fun to be able to have people in the studio. We pass around the tissues a lot here.
Yes, we do. And
that's okay. That's all right.
The tissues are close to me, so we've got them at hand if we need to.
And while we're on the subject, though, we are still looking for. We do have our intern Kenna, but we are also looking for a tech intern.
Yes.
Actually, a couple and some assistants as well. They are. What do we call those? It is an intern kind of job to start out, but if it goes anywhere else, you guys do a great job. We might be able to add you to the team as well.
Yes.
So we are looking for some interns and assistants to help us out with this because we are getting super busy, and I'm so excited. Are you excited, Becky?
I am. I really wasn't sure about adding the cameras to the studio, but now that they're here, I kind of like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am until that one time I'm sitting there itching my nose on the camera, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, chat's blowing up too right now.
Oh, I was pulling up the shout outs here.
Yeah.
Subscriber shout outs.
Yes.
I'm
ready. Yes.
Are you ready?
We would like to thank all of these wonderful people that we're shouting out to for subscribing. And if we mess up your names, we are greatly sorry for that, but
that's who we are.
We are human. So my part of the list: Amara Wolf, Moon Wolf, Amy Harris, Amanda Kane, Hilt 60, Jeremy Scott Gibbs, Kristen, and here's the one that's gonna trip me up: Iharati Murozaki 2088.
Yeah, there you go. I think you got it.
I hope I got it.
You got it. All right. And we also want to thank Candy Ray, Teresa. See, here we go. Samowski. Sorry, I think I'm saying that wrong. Also, Hope Light, Eric Huter, Valerie Hearcliff, Dawn Carr, Adam Curl, M. Rose, and Jessica V.
Yes.
Those are some of our subscribers. A couple of us are subscribed to keep up on the chat while we're on here. Yes. So thank you guys for subscribing. And if you know somebody that this episode or this podcast might be a good one for them to listen to, go ahead and please pass out the link so people can subscribe and get notifications when we go live. Because we do go only 3 Sundays right now. but the way we're
But
going, we
the
might
way
be
we're
adding
going,
fourth
yes.
Sunday. So
Fourth, fifth, all the Sundays. We
all of
don't
the
know yet, but
Sundays. Yeah. So
we're still in negotiations for our contract.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But we're glad that you guys are able to join us again. And we were going to go in because we found some of the comments that have been on our
Yes.
videos. So we want to
I'm
go
not
ahead and
quite sure
share
how we
those.
overlooked those comments.
I'm not sure either. I think I'm new to the interwebs. I don't know. But we
Either
found
that or
them.
they came in and neither one of us were paying attention and we hit the notification bell and
Yeah,
just,
that happens too.
stuff
That
happens.
happens. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are. Oh man, let's go ahead and take care of the chat too. We want to get in here and talk about
Yes.
that really quick. Derek Moorhead English says hi, ladies. Candy, hello, beautiful ladies. Hey, Candy. Hey,
Hey,
Derek.
Candy. Hey, Derek.
Cindy says hi, ladies.
Hi.
Glad you're joining us. Hope you're feeling better, Cindy.
Yes.
What else you got there?
We got Tony saying, "Hey guys, been waiting for the show all week and it sounds great."
Thanks,
And then
Tony.
Jeremy says he's super excited. We are too,
Awesome.
Jeremy. Wait till you hear what
Awesome.
we've got in store for tonight.
And Kenna says it's going to be an amazing day. Thanks, Kenna.
Yeah, it's always a great day, Kenna.
So we got those going on. That's awesome. And we're going to go ahead and read off of the comments that we've been getting. And I'm
Yes.
looking for them right now. That's why I'm a little
Oh,
delayed. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and start out with some of these comments, which thank you guys. We appreciate this.
yes.
This is very cool. Megan 6 days ago said thank you for the well wishes, and that was on our last episode where we,
Yes.
were wishing them well and a happy anniversary.
Anniversary.
Also, Christina Mitchell, she commented on episode 13. She said, "Great job, ladies. I didn't get to listen to live due to work, but you are amazing. Thank you, Christina. We
Yes,
appreciate
Christina.
you."
And we like the fact that you can always go back and listen to the archived
Mm-hmm.
episodes.
Yep,
And we are aired on Solid State Radio.
we are. They did pick us up, so you
They
guys
did.
can listen to that too. So we're thankful for them. Thank you guys for re-airing us and believing in us. We think that's really incredible.
Yes.
Also on episode number 12, Carol Fetcher said what a beautiful testimony to the power of forgiveness, the power of love. Your talk was articulate, sincere and touching. You will be a healer, Roxanne. So happy to know you are doing well and staying in recovery. You will be very effective in touching other people's lives. God is blessing you. So glad I had a chance to know you. And that was on the episode with Roxanne
Sam.
Pahoka. That was an incredible, touching episode.
It was.
And she's part of the Survivor Circle. We're going to take a minute and just talk about that here really quick. Video is up.
The video is finally live and available for the public to view. I know you shared it on the Survivor Girl page already. Did you share it in the Survivor Girl Street team?
I don't know if I shared it there, but they're pretty good at picking that
they
stuff
are,
up.
yes. So
our street team's incredible.
Yes, they are.
A shout out to you guys too while we're talking about it.
And that has grown too. 30 plus
members for the street team.
Yeah.
The street team, what they do is they help us to put out our episodes, our positive vibes that we're putting out with our graphics, which cheers to you. You've been doing an amazing job with doing the graphics. Thank you for that. It's uplifting and we all kind of just support each other. And when we have events, it gives opportunity for people to come and join us that are on the street team. And if you're interested in joining the street team, just let us know.
Yes.
We'd be more than glad to have you. It is positive. We ask that you keep, keep that going in the team.
Positive. When somebody's struggling, they have no
Help lift up.
problem with reaching out to the street team and saying, "Hey, I'm struggling with this."
Yeah.
We've even helped each other start drinking more water.
Yeah, there's been a whole bunch of cool different things in there. So it's a great group, and it's not just ladies. There's guys in there as well. So if you want to be on the street team, just let us know, and we can go ahead and add you there. So, and let me see here. Let's see. Norwell said super entertaining.
Yes, with the fire
and some thumbs up there. That's cool. We thank you, Norwell.
Yeah.
And also on episode 9 back in July, Christina Mitchell said, unnamed sounds like a great band name. I would stick with that. And then she gave us the Purple Heart. Love ya.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of what you guys are doing. It's more helpful than you realize. And that really, really, really touches my heart. It
really does, yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn over the other comments to Becky now.
And then on the episode where I shared my truth about what happened to me when I was 14, A friend said, Jessica said, "Oh, Becky, I didn't know about this. I'm so sorry. None of this should have ever happened to you. It's so important to get the dirt and the pain out from our pasts. There is so much power in telling the truth, the whole truth of our stories. Love you, girl." And I loved her. I told her that I reached out to her on Facebook and told her that her comment really meant a lot to me. So,
That's awesome.
and of course, I'm tearing up again here.
We've
And
got the Kleenex
yeah,
nearby at
it's
all
right.
times.
Yes, right next to me. And then on the episode where we had Susan Moody, um, Derek said that he lost a friend of his from high school to suicide
Mhm.
just a week ago. It's devastating, and we need to raise the awareness of
I
that.
agree. I agree. I'm
Um,
sorry for that loss, Derek. I know that we did reach
yes,
out with that comment as well. That's it was a very eye-opening episode for sure. The
yes,
way that she had described how it really wasn't about being selfish, but it was just really about her trying to end the pain that she was
yes.
dealing with, and that was really
Hmm.
very eye-opening because we don't, I never understood that before.
And again on that episode, an anonymous comments, sorry for your loss. We are on board with wanting to raise awareness. Anything that we can do to help, we are here to do. Thank you for listening, and we hope to reach out to the world and help others thrive and survive. So that was probably your response.
That was me. Yeah,
I think
that
that
was
was
me.
you.
That was me.
So you're the anonymous one on that
I'm the
one. Yeah,
anonymous
okay. And then 3 months
survivor
ago,
girl bomber. No, just kidding.
3 months ago, Megan said, "Great
Bombs.
job, ladies. So proud of you."
Aw.
And Christina Mitchell said, "OMG, Terry, in less than 10 minutes."
Yeah.
So I also have to apologize. I am having sinus issues.
Oh, it's that
So it is
time of
that
the
time
year.
of
We're
year.
getting ready to switch over the seasons as well.
And then on our very first episode, Christina Mitchell says, "Congrats, ladies. So proud of you. Can't wait to listen. Good luck. Much love." And another purple heart. So
Such a
if you haven't
sweetie.
figured
Thank
out,
you.
purple is the color of
It
Survivor
is.
Girls.
It
So
is.
we drop purple hearts everywhere.
We do. We do. Along with the inspiration, purple is definitely our color.
Yes.
Our chat is still going, which is amazing. Thank you guys. Derek says it's nice to see you and hear you. You both are gorgeous as always. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Derek.
you, Derek.
I like that. I could get used to this. I could get used to this.
Yes, we could.
And then Cindy says, "Thanks, guys. Hope you all are feeling better as well." Thank you, Cindy. We
Yes,
appreciate that so much. We both been kind of dealing with different things going
we
on,
have. Yes.
but we're making it through.
Yes.
We're
And
learning that resting is important.
yes, rest is very
Yeah,
important.
it's super important. Self care,
Yes.
people. It's
Self
a
care.
true thing.
It's not for the weak either.
It's not. It is not.
It takes a strong person to know their limits and be able
Hmm.
to keep their selves on the regimen,
I'm like
which
having time with myself. I like myself.
which we should probably give some prayer updates.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So continue the prayers. We are still praying for you, Cindy,
Yeah.
and as you mend. We're still praying for Aunt Dee as she mends. She's doing really good, but she says physical therapy is kicking
Mm,
her
I imagine.
butt.
Keep on going, girl. Stay strong.
However, she was sitting out on the porch the other day enjoying
Good.
a cup of coffee in the scene.
Hmm.
So,
Good deal.
she's up and moving. Myself, my heel is
Yeah.
almost 3 centimeters smaller.
Awesome.
So
That
I'm on
is
the mends too.
awesome.
So please keep those prayers coming.
Very good.
And then please keep Nate in your prayers as he's dealing with some sort of infection of a lymph
Yeah.
node,
Yeah.
which is scary. Poor Megan. She is being run
She's going through
ragged.
so much right
She
now. So
is. I mean,
let's put some prayers up for the whole family.
yes.
Um,
Yes.
Great people.
Yes.
We love them very much. I know they're part of your family. They've
Yes.
accepted me as family too.
Well, I think they've accepted just about
All
everybody
of our
on
tribe.
the podcast. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So we're gonna put those prayers up to you guys, the whole family. Let's wrap them in, healing prayers and help them to
Yes.
continue to keep staying strong and moving
Yes.
forward as well.
Yes.
So yeah, if you guys have any prayer requests that you would like us to put in for the next show, if you
Yes.
see on the screen, it's when it's the full room, it's
Yes.
telling you our next episode that's going to
Yep.
be coming up
Yep.
will be September 1st. So
Yes.
I get a little animated
we
here and
get-
pull my headphones
Yeah,
off.
we get a Sunday off.
We do get a Sunday off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always weird. I'm like, I'm forgetting something. I need to be somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
so we're glad. Oh, Cindy or Candy
Candace
says,
just, I love Purple Hearts.
yeah, we got to
Yeah.
see her. Shout out to
Yes.
6 Degrees Truth Serum. We are looking forward to September. She's going to be joining us in studio.
Yes.
and talking about that whole group that she's got going on, which is super inspirational. And we're so glad that she's able to join us. And we're also going to be having Brandy join us
From
from,
someone to listen,
yeah, someone to
and that's
listen.
someone the number 2 and listen.
I don't know if you've seen her
And
video. It was incredible. She's put up some different videos
which
on
video?
there.
She's done several videos
The
of her
mama
live.
one, the mama one.
I'm,
Whew, it was great.
she's been sharing some live poetry,
Very
and
cool.
it is phenomenal. Candy just issued a challenge to 6 Degrees
Oh,
Truth Serum, and I just so happened to catch it
yeah.
while I was flipping back and forth. She says that 6 Degrees are at 81 members,
Oh,
and she
wow.
wants them to get up to 100 members by the time she goes live on our podcast on September
Yeah,
15th.
guys, let's do this.
So she says if you know someone who could use a safe place to express themselves, please add them. And it warms her heart.
I
And
got chills.
I think we
Could be the studio, but
you know, could be the
it
studio,
could
but
be.
it could be just
We're
the fact
moving on
that
up in numbers
we are
too.
moving on up in numbers as well.
I don't remember what
So,
our last numbers were. But
just give me a
but
second and I
Candy,
can tell
we will
you.
jump in on this challenge, and we'll start inviting people as well. So listeners,
Yes.
go to Facebook to 6 Degrees Truth Serum
Serum.
and go ahead and like the group now. Or
Yes.
is it to join the group, or do you just like the page? I can't remember. Is it a
It is an
private group?
actual group.
Okay. Can't remember. Sorry,
So,
Keen. I can't remember if it's private or
I'm going to share the group and put it on our group page.
yeah. Okay. Sounds good. And we should
And
share someone to listen too. We got to get
yes.
those numbers up too. These ladies are incredible. They both have their own stories, which I'm
Yes.
excited to have them on and to join us. We also are going to have another really incredible woman join us. She was supposed to be with us or join us, but we are shifting around the schedule to try to get her on. Cindy from
Yes.
Uplift Creative Center over in Bay
Yes.
City does some incredible stuff. Plus, has a really amazing story herself.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to having her on too. So guys, keep staying tuned because we got some really cool guests coming on to share their stories.
6 Degrees is a closed group.
Okay.
So we actually have to invite them privately.
Okay.
I, however, was able to share the 6 Degrees Truth Serum to Survivor Girl podcast.
Okay. Awesome.
So, street team,
Yeah, street team.
get those numbers for 6 Degrees up.
Yeah, we've got some time. Candy's talking in the chat right now. Do you have yours up, or I can read them?
You can read them.
Okay, so Jeremy says prayers all around. Thanks, Jeremy. We appreciate that. And then Candy said, I'm excited to be there and you have to join. And thank you, ladies. No problem. We're glad that we can help out and get those numbers up because that group is helping out so many people.
Yes.
And it's nice because in that group, you can talk about things that are bothering you. And it's truths. It's things that we all kind of go through, and it's nice to be able to just spill that out there and talk about it. And everybody else is like, well, how can I help? Or they're just there to listen or support. And it's really cool. Very cool idea, Candy. And I can't wait to share the whole thing behind that page and that group. So that's exciting. So you guys that are listening, don't forget to tune in for that. We will be advertising her joining the episode, or our episode, that episode. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes.
And must be
I'm
investigating.
I'm busy sharing stuff. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you're on that. That's all right. I'm over here just chatting away.
When I bring in my laptop, you know what?
You're working.
Yes.
You are working. So we were gonna kind of get back into the episode that we talked about last week. We dropped some very heavy subjects last week.
Yes, we did.
And I'm glad that we were able to. So we were kind of going to move a little bit forward with some of the grief stuff that we kind of didn't get a chance to touch on last time. And some of them are just different ways that we grieve and different things that of loss. Like last week I had talked about losing my mom and then losing Zach, who was my boyfriend. And you were discussing about the difference between losing your parents.
Yes.
But you have lost several people in your life. And I'm so sorry to hear this.
Yeah, I have lost so many people. I lost my best friend when I was 18.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to attend that funeral because I was fighting for my life at that time.
Right.
And the grief that I have lost, or I am still overcoming for Sadie, is a lot different than what I went through with mom and dad.
Yeah. Very
Um,
much.
Sadie should be here sitting next to me, growing old with me. We should, still be best friends in each other's life.
Yeah.
And sadly, she's not here. And she was, for the most part, the yin to my yang.
Right. Oh yeah.
Um, it was kind of funny. My mom and dad, they always joke that we were opposites, but we helped each other.
Yeah.
Um, Sadie was not a studious person, and so I helped her take her studies more seriously,
Yeah.
and she helped me let down my hair,
Yeah.
essentially.
Right.
So, I mean, for the last 24 years, it's felt like a part of me has been missing.
That's a really hard part too. Like I was thinking about that, and I don't know if I think I might have said it on here, but I know we've talked about it. That it always feels like you said, like something is missing, and like I've
Yes.
said, like when you are always constantly working, and then you
Yeah.
finally get that day off, and you're just
Yeah.
like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something right now.
Yeah.
That's how grief feels to me. Like
Yeah.
there's that I'm supposed to be doing something, I'm missing somebody. It just
Yes.
doesn't feel right. It's out of
Right.
place.
It really is. I was going to say, and then over the last, I want to say 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
I've lost, well, my mother was the daughter of, well, she was one of 7 daughters.
Yeah.
And over the last 5 years, we have lost four
Wow.
of
Of those 7.
those 7.
Wow.
2 had passed prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, as of right now, 1 remaining aunt. And the ones that passed around my mom,
Mm-hmm.
those were my favorites.
So that was even harder.
Yes.
You guys have had a lot of loss in your family.
Yeah.
And no, and you know that's the other thing that we were talking about is we get prepared for life,
Yes.
but we don't get prepared for the grieving part of it when somebody leaves this earth.
No.
And I know, like, as having faith and being Christian myself, that
Mm-hmm.
you want to go, okay, well then they're not hurting anymore. They're not,
Yeah.
they're moved on.
Yes.
But it's still really hard.
It is.
It's super hard. And, you don't want to be selfish because a lot of the times, like with my mom, she was sick. Your
Yeah.
mom was sick. Your
Yes.
parents were both. So you kind of try to get that in your mind that
Yeah.
they're not hurting anymore. But it's still really hard.
Yeah.
I'm selfish. I want my mom.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
never too
Oh, yeah.
old.
When something good happens, she's the first person you want to call.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And
yeah.
you can't.
You can't. And
Because
it's so
she's
hard.
not there to answer that phone anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
But on that note, we both have so many people that love us, and like we both share a work mom.
Yes,
Cindy,
we do.
shout out to
Yes.
her.
Uh-huh.
We have her, and she's such an incredible lady, and I do call her
Yes.
mom.
Yes.
I'm not ashamed of that.
Yep.
And then like you have a Joan.
I have a Joan, and I lovingly refer to Joan as my ma pa's friend.
Right.
Because she has filled the mother role, the father
Yeah.
role, a
So
sister
many
role, an
things.
aunt role. I mean, she is all of that in just one
Yeah.
Joan. So
And that's so cool when people step up like that. And like Zach's
Yeah.
parents, they are still a huge part of my
Yeah.
life. Instead, and this is the hard part. And I know if you didn't see the episode last week, please go back and
Yes.
watch it. But Zach's parents kind of took the role of
Yeah.
being parents to me
Yes.
as well. And it's been really cool because we still go and have dinners with them.
Yes.
We meet. We've had Christmas together. They took us out to celebrate.
Mhm.
It's been so cool to have them. Just great people, and their hearts are huge, and they're helping so many people that are struggling with addiction, like their son had.
Mhm.
And it's just to be able to have those people in your life and like good salt of the earth people.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we continue to meet such amazing people outside of that
yes.
become our tribe,
Yes.
our family. I don't feel alone.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I
Oh
don't
no,
at
not at
all.
all.
And
No.
it's so cool. And we just want to thank those people that,
Yes.
continue to stay in their lives even after something
Yeah.
that
I
tragic
was gonna say,
happens.
and then my Aunt D, I will talk about Aunt D
Always.
a lot because she is a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And she has always kind of filled in the role as a mother. So
She's
Megan is more like a
such a
sister.
great person.
She is.
Yeah. And
So Megan is more like a sister to me, but she's also my cousin.
right.
So,
Right.
we kind of joke that we're from, the back country and
I kind of
because
have
she's my sister cousin.
I kind of have a similar thing too.
Yeah.
My mom's brother, my uncle Paul,
Uh-huh.
and my aunt Mickey, and then their daughters. They've got three daughters. My cousin Stacy,
Uh-huh.
Melissa, and Jessica.
Yeah.
So the first year after mom passed away, like they invited me to Christmas as
Yeah.
like their daughter, one of their daughters, and he always says
Yeah.
that he's like, she's like one of my daughters. They spoiled me rotten.
Oh yeah. Oh
He
yeah.
was so excited to buy presents, and it just was really super cool. And I want to put a prayer request in for him too. He
Yes.
just had the knee surgery and
As
things,
well. Yeah.
and yeah, as well. And I just want to put it out there for him too, because the
Yeah.
pain from it, he's struggling with. But
Yeah.
it's cool to have such great people. I absolutely love that
Yeah.
family. They're so cool, and
Yeah.
I don't feel ever alone.
I was gonna say, and
Really,
we can't forget Bob Dad.
Bob Dad, yeah,
Bob Dad.
Bob
Yeah.
Dad. He's a
My
cool
Kentucky
guy.
father, I met his daughter back when we were still stationed in Kentucky.
Yeah,
And Bob didn't want to get attached to me because in the military, families move and stuff
hmm
like that. Well, they retired and moved up to Michigan before my dad retired, and we moved to Michigan. And Kathy and I, my sister, stayed in contact being pen pals,
yeah.
and they had moved to Snover
Oh, okay.
and then we moved to Cairo. So
Yeah,
when we got back to Michigan, I started going to visit them in Snover, and they started to come visit us in Cairo. And he just kind of has also stepped into that whole father role for
that's
me. So,
cool. That's really cool. And we got a chance to have lunch with him,
yes.
and just hearing the stories and stuff. And
Yeah.
sometimes, we don't realize it, but they need us just as much as we need them.
Yes. Yes.
You
I
know?
mean, he is a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah.
He has PTSD. He
He's been through a
and
lot.
unfortunately he's getting up there in age, and
Yeah,
it seems every time he comes visits, and he comes to visit like every 2 weeks.
that's
Every time he
cool.
comes to visit, he's telling me about how somebody else in his family or in his circle of friends has
Mm.
passed on.
Yeah, that's the hard part about
It
getting older.
is.
I'm not
It
I'm not
really
I'm not a
is.
fan of that
Yeah,
part,
not
but
looking forward to it.
but because we've gone through what we have and the
Yes.
things that we've, dealt with at young ages,
Yeah.
you start to, and not that you get used to it. You never get
No,
used to
you
losing
never get
people.
used to it.
But you kind of have a different perspective on
Yes.
things when it comes to it, and
Yeah.
it's still hard,
Oh,
super
yeah.
hard. So, I mean,
And you still have to find your way and navigate through it.
yeah, for sure. There I go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy at all.
No, not at all.
But I do want to just give that shout out to our friends and our family that surround us and continue to love and support, and even the people that I never imagined would subscribe or support.
Yeah.
I just want to thank all of you guys.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, we started this whole thing with just wanting to inspire one person,
One person.
and honestly, and I'm trying not to get teary here. We've superseded that completely,
Yes, we have.
and I'm thankful for it.
It's become so much bigger than us.
It has, for sure, and I can't thank everybody enough. I can't thank you enough for joining and being a part of this crazy ride, and and all the other people that are out there to do good things in
Well,
life as well.
I was scared to pieces, but I
But
stepped
here
out of
you
my
are.
comfort zone.
For sure, for sure.
And here we are, 14 episodes in. And I still don't really love the mic
Or
but
the camera.
or the camera,
Right.
but I love being here
And doing
and
this show.
sharing with everyone.
Me too. Me too. And it's funny that you said that you were scared to pieces, because Tony says, "Love you guys to pieces." Thanks, Tony.
Aw. We love
Thanks,
you too, Tony. And I was just informed,
Mhm.
Survivor Girl,
Yeah.
649 likes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Since April.
Yeah.
Since April.
Since we started this crazy
Thank you
ride.
guys. Thank you
Yes.
so much for that. I mean, I feel like this is so much bigger than all of us, and with everybody helping to push this out and to help reach people, it's just incredible. And it's just I don't know, I can't put it into words, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. So
I
we
was
want
gonna.
to talk a little bit about the grief part of it, and
Yeah,
then we
and we
both
do. Now that the intern is out of the room, we might want to also bring up the other form of grief that we've both kind of gone through,
okay.
and that's the loss of a pet.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah,
That's a hard one too.
it really is.
And I sigh because my 16-year-old cat, he's getting up there, and
Hmm.
I've posted something on Survivor Girl about it.
Yes.
He's super. He's my ESA. He is actually licensed to be an emotional support, and
Yes. And he
he does his
knows
job.
instinctively when something is wrong
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
always,
So,
always. So that's definitely not an easy one, but
no.
I've been thankful for 16 years with him, and
Yes.
it's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot, tears, everything, a
Oh, yeah.
divorce, moving, all
Oh,
kinds of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say, and when you bring them in, you make that commitment to
oh yeah,
love them until
yes,
they are gone.
exactly. And
So,
that's one thing that really hurts when I see people just like there was a post the other day about this guy giving up his two dogs because his girlfriend didn't like him. I'm like,
really?
don't do that.
Sorry.
Don't be that person.
Not going to be that person.
Don't be that
Oh,
person.
no.
Cuz how like I said, 16 years with my cat. He's been through everything with me.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. You're going to go ahead and get rid of your two dogs because you have a new girlfriend that's not
Mm,
going to be there for who knows how long?
I'm pretty sure the dogs are going to outlast the
Oh,
girlfriend.
for sure, especially if she's trying to get rid of like no.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. Don't be that person.
No.
So,
Yeah.
so there's that, and then we were going to go ahead and discuss the differences between both of us not having kids,
Yes.
and the grief that is there, and how your take is totally different on not having kids.
It is.
So I'll let you go ahead and start
I
that
was gonna
part
say,
out.
well, when you miscarriage, you do have the grief for the child that really never got the chance to be. But when I miscarried, I decided that in this world there are so many children who go on who are in the foster care system,
Yeah.
who are unwanted and unloved and mistreated. And that's when I decided I would rather not have a child and help out a foster care child or a child that is up for adoption, because they may not grow in my stomach, but they'll always grow in my heart.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
For sure. And it happens so often.
it
There
does.
are so many kids that are just into the system, and
Yeah.
they stay in the system, and
Hmm.
it's so sad. And it's hard too because I understand that there's a reason why they keep um, more expensive to be able to adopt a child, but
Yes.
I don't think having money really is part of not being able to love a child that needs a home,
Right.
really.
Yeah.
And that's really that makes me sad. That makes me very sad.
Yeah.
So, with you, you decided that you didn't want to because of that.
Right.
Um, at what point did you decide that you really didn't want to have children? How old were you after that happened?
I was 14.
Okay.
And like I said, I had an aunt who she couldn't have children. And she couldn't have children for the same reason that
I
you're
can't.
going to go into.
Okay. All right.
Um and that was her lifelong dream, was to adopt. Well, she really didn't want to have children when she was younger either.
Okay.
So my mom kept telling me, be careful of what you wish for, because you don't have any say of how your wishes are going to come through.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
like, Mom, no, you don't understand. You run a daycare. I get to see how the kids act.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, I equate them to cats, and I call cats
Okay.
assholes. So
Okay.
I'm just, little
It's just being
kids.
some truth bombs
Yes,
happening here tonight, folks.
exactly. um, and so I couldn't handle all of the screaming kids, and I'm
Right.
like, I'm not going to subject myself to that.
Yeah. Let's just take a minute and talk about that. It's okay to not go by the standard
It
and have
is.
children and get married and do all this whole, the whole thing that everybody thinks you
Yeah,
have to do. You don't have to do
right.
that.
You
And
are your
people,
own person.
can we stop trying to push that on other people that don't
Yes.
want that? I mean, really.
Exactly.
I met somebody last night at the cousin's bonfire, and me and her were talking, like, super nice person, and she's like, me and my husband, we can't have kids, and we've been married for a little while now,
Yeah.
and everybody keeps on asking us, well, when are you guys having kids? Like, she's like, I don't do that to people.
Right.
I don't push that on people anymore. But she
Right.
said there was a point when, you ask that because that's
Yeah.
how you get used to, that's the
Yeah.
conversation.
Exactly.
And she's like, I don't do that to people anymore because, man, does that hurt? Does that
Yeah.
suck?
That is
But,
what is the
but,
accepted social
right.
norm.
Let's stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop
Just
it.
Stop. I get it, and the older generation likes to just like poke you and be like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you're next.
Yeah.
Like, no, stop that. Just knock it off.
Well, I have a way of the older people stop doing that at weddings.
No, don't. No. Let's not. No. Yeah, I'm sure we've all seen that meme. But I do want to say though,
It works. I'm just saying it works.
I do have to say though, there is a good part and positivity to the couple that I met last night.
Yes.
She told me that her and her husband are out living their life now. They go on vacations, they go on journeys, they adventure, and they're living life. And she's like, people just don't live life. And I said, that's funny. Because every time we do our podcast, I end the show with "Life is best lived," and she goes, "Right on, like that. That's it." And it was cool. Like,
well, now I can see why
know.
you were accepted in the cousins.
I was accepted in the cousins. I'm part of the Deming Beachers now.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're cousins.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys, and I hope that it did not rain too hard on your party. And Stone Cottage Farm, Farmer Chrissy and Farmer Dave, we absolutely love you guys.
Yep. And
great people.
Farmer Chrissy's going to be on the
She
is.
Episode. She keeps telling me, "Do not let me get out of it in any way."
We're not.
No, she's going to be joining us, and that's going to be a very, very hard hitting episode as well. So I mean, being able to meet somebody else that had the same thing that they couldn't have kids, to actually have that moment, where I was like, well, I can't either. So we just kind of exchanged and talked about it and everything. But when she said that about going and venturing and everything, it was like, we don't live. We don't live. We live to work.
Yeah.
Well, we do around here. We know better.
We live, but
it took a long time though for me to understand that, and I think you were in the same boat about living and actually getting out and stepping out of your comfort zone and just doing things. I mean, we get caught up in work all of the time.
You have seen me grow in leaps and bounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. And I always am like, hey, I'm proud of you, but and you do the same, which I thank you for that. But we've got this dynamic where we message each other and be like, hey, today's a great day. Like you will always message me that, and I appreciate that.
It's my morning ritual. Good morning. I hope you slept well.
Yeah,
today's a great day. I love you.
And I say that back, and I'm like, how are you? How are you today? And that's something cool to kind of start, because we do kind of miss those conversations.
Yes.
We kind of get so caught up in our lives that we don't. And I know, and we had talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
There's times where I don't answer back right away because I want to be able to give a certain amount of time and to be able to answer and, make sure that I'm giving you appropriate time to talk to you about stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just me; it's everybody who interacts with you.
Yep.
So.
And I was talking to a really good friend of mine recently who also does the same thing. And we both were like, I don't feel bad because I'm trying to give them the amount of time. But then sometimes I'm like, oh no, did I not answer back? It's
right.
Like, whoops. So, but yeah, it's definitely different trying to opening your eyes to not only just the self-care part of it, but living life.
Yes.
And don't let money keep you back from doing stuff, because there's stuff that you can do for free.
Yes.
There's all kinds of really cool stuff. It might cost you gas money to get there, but there's so many cool things that you can do for free.
Mm-hmm.
Walking's free. And looking, doing these trails and different things. We went and did the petroglyphs. That was awesome. It was fun. It was free. So, get out there and live. Yeah. That's the big thing. Yeah. I can't read lips. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. He's got to text me. But it's just getting out there and actually experiencing things and living life. Another thing I do want to kind of hit on. Somebody's phone's going off. Another thing that I do want to kind of
upstairs.
Another thing that I do want to hit on though is where You know when you get that feeling where you're just like, mm, I don't want to. I don't want to go. Like you're just like, oh, I just want to stay home.
Yeah.
I want to be in my PJs. I don't want to
Yeah.
go. I don't want
Yeah.
to go. Just
Yes.
go, because you have fun. How many times do you, when you go to something that you were fighting over,
Yeah.
have you not had a good time?
There was this one time.
Okay, I figured that was going to happen. But seriously though, how many times? One time out of how many?
Thousands,
Yeah.
millions.
You know,
Yeah.
but just go and experience
Yeah.
it. Oh, yeah. Oh, now I know what he's saying. Goat therapy.
Goat
Yes.
therapy.
That was
Yes.
fun. I got to see my goat.
Yeah.
I officially don't have a goat, but I like to think that they gave me the goat. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But
Unfortunately, my favorite goat was the one that passed away.
oh
Yeah.
man, another part of grief.
Another part of
Jeez.
grief. Yes.
Gosh,
And I
guys.
don't know when Jeremy said this, and I'm hoping it's not when I called kids what I called them.
I don't
he,
think so.
He did say awesome. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. So we were going to talk about a little bit more with not being able to have kids part of it.
Yes.
So anybody that's been following the show or that knows me knows that I had uterine cancer 5 years ago. And with that came not, I had to get a full hysterectomy. And with that whole thing, they told me, oh, sorry, but you're not going to be able to have kids. I always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
I actually love kids. Unlike Becky. Gosh, I'm just kidding.
No, I like
I'm
them one on
teasing you.
one.
I'm teasing you. I always wanted to be a mom because I looked up to my mom so much and just loved how amazing she was as a person, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always wanting to be a mom. So when I found that out, I had been divorced. I got divorced in 2011, and I wasn't with anybody to be able to have kids at that time. So when they asked me if I wanted to save my eggs, I was just like, no, straight out, because there's so much cancer that's been in the family.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take that chance. There was a reason why I couldn't have kids, and that's kind of how I just stuck to it.
Right.
You were with me for that day when I found out I wasn't going to be able to have kids.
Yep.
And it was very emotional because my first thought was, what would my kid have looked like? What would my kid have been? You know, like there's all these questions of how many kids would I have had? You know, I don't know that, you know. And but
You would have had all of them.
oh, I love the kids.
The kids.
But you know, at that time, because I was caretaker of my mom, she was going through cancer. We were diagnosed a week apart. I didn't really grieve through that, honestly, until after the fact. I went and had the surgery. I got the okay and the clear, which was amazing, and I was so grateful for that. I didn't really actually process the whole not having kids thing.
Right.
But as it would be, I was brought into this family.
Yes.
Here at the studio, and thank you, Tony. Out of a whim, because we just had started talking before I went and had the surgery, and I got so close with his children.
Yeah.
And I felt that love, and to this day, like earlier, Sean was like, "Love you," tell you love you, and
yes.
I'm thankful for that. And I have godchildren.
Yes.
I've got friends that I call sisters that have children that I call my nieces and nephews.
Yes.
And my heart is so full from that. So people that
Yeah.
allow others, friends that are so close to you, to be called aunt or uncle,
Yes.
you guys are the real MVPs.
Right.
Honestly, because that's cool.
Or other nicknames like Ducky.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's super cool of you to allow people that, even if they're not family, to be family.
Yes.
That means so much to me. And at that time, my sister from up north, Deb, her kids sent me pictures. They're all holding signs that said "Get well soon." All four of them, and you know that meant so much. So I mean, and Hope and Aaron have always called me Aunt Heather, but they also call me their godmother. And for Mother's Day, they've given me cards and stuff. And then to be able to be a part of Adam's life and, you know, be part of his son's life, that's been amazing too. You know, there's a reason.
And I've had my kids. I mean, I have my nieces, my nephews, my Nicole, who I've pretty much raised since birth. And so, I mean, even though I don't have my own, I have kids. And we do have clarification in the chat.
Okay.
It was The awesome was in regards to the channel likes, not the
Oh,
kids
cool.
reference. And
LOL.
Tony said we both have been a huge positive influence on his minions. And thank you for
Well,
that.
thank you for
And it's a
allowing us to be a
blessing.
part because the
Yes.
kids are awesome. I
Yes.
mean, they have such big hearts
They
and
do.
you know, and to be able to be a part of that and watch them grow up because I seen them since little teen. You know,
Yeah.
to me they were teeny. Like
Yeah.
Maddie was a small fry when I first met you guys, and it's been incredible to be a part and watch these kids grow up. So, just because you can't have kids doesn't
Yes.
mean that you can't be an influence to
Yeah.
somebody's kids or,
Exactly.
like you said, nieces and nephews,
Yeah.
cousins. You know, it's been awesome. I felt blessed in so many
Yeah.
ways. You know, so
Yeah. And I've babysat since I was 11. So I
yeah.
have raised, helped raise several generations of
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
And so, I helped Nicole. I've been with Nicole since she was in diapers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and now she is
Listening to the podcast.
listening to our podcast. Yeah.
hmm Very cool kid. But
Yeah.
we've got so just because you can't have kids,
Right.
like you said, you can grow. You know, they're in your heart.
They grow in your
You
heart.
don't have to have kids to be
Yes. They
a
don't
good
have to be
influence.
biologically yours
No.
to influence the
Right.
way that they go.
Right. So
So
it's just incredible.
it takes a village.
It definitely
It
does.
truly
That's
takes a
true.
village.
And for you people that trust me with your kids, you know, because I'm the weird aunt. No, not
Yeah.
the weird aunt. That sounds bad. The crazy
I'm
aunt.
the cool crazy
The
aunt.
cool crazy
Yeah,
aunt.
the cool
Thank you
crazy
guys.
aunt.
Thank you
Yes, thank
guys.
you.
No, I am thankful for those opportunities, and
Yes.
to be a godmother is very cool.
It
It is
is.
a very cool thing. So
I have a godson too.
yeah,
Yeah.
to be a godmother is very cool.
It is
So
very cool.
so yeah, even though we both have totally different paths, we can
Yeah.
both come together on knowing how to
Yes.
help one another through grief.
Yeah.
And the things that we're trying to do to move forward. You know,
Mhm.
it's been incredible to be able to have that.
Yes.
You know, to have somebody to lean on, and then have a whole bunch of friends in our lives to lean on as well.
Yeah.
You know, so that's been very cool.
Yes. And I have to say that even if you consider your fur babies
Oh yeah,
your children,
yeah,
that's okay too.
that is absolutely okay.
I would be totally lost without Cupid.
Yeah.
90% of the days that I get out of bed, it's because of Cupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like cleaning up poop and pee off the floor.
the fur kids don't care where they go.
No, they don't.
Mm-mm.
No. Nope.
So
They just care that they have to go and yep.
they're just like, yep, that's where I'm going
Yep.
today.
So you either get up and let me out,
Or I'm going in your potted
or you
plant.
suffer the consequences.
Right.
Oh
Right.
no, Cupid is not nice. Potted plants, no.
No.
In the middle of the walkway, so I step in it. Oh heck yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
So-
That's not good. Not good for
Nope.
anybody.
Not at
But
all.
yeah. So if you are going through something like this,
Yes.
maybe you have a child or children,
Yes.
and something happened to where you could not have any more and you wanted to have more. That's a totally different thing too.
Yes.
Or there's some health issues that
Yeah.
have made you miscarriage or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't take it so hard. Or don't be so hard on yourself is really, I guess, what I want to
Yes.
say, because I personally have never miscarriaged or been pregnant, so I
Right.
don't know what that feels like, and I won't ever pretend to. What I went through is totally different, and that it was a hard situation, but I can't begin to imagine the loss like that either, you know. So Cindy says you both have been an inspiration to me, and thank you both all for the support and hugs to you both.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
Cindy.
you, Cindy. We appreciate that. And
Hugs to you.
one of
and-
our newest street team members.
Yes.
Thanks, Cindy. And
Yes.
we hope you've been an inspiration as
to
well.
us, yes.
One of the posts that you posted today, I was just like, wow, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with the group, and we absolutely appreciate that, you guys. So.
Yes.
So yeah, it's you go through different seasons in your life.
You do.
It's so unpredictable. You never
is.
know what's going to be around the corner.
Exactly.
But I know from experience between what we've gone through
Mhm.
and other people that have shared their stories that you can get through so many things.
Yes, you can.
And I really hope and I pray that people who are feeling like they just can't go on will reach out.
Yes.
There's so many different avenues and different links, phone numbers, even us. If you feel like you can't continue, reach out, please.
Yes.
Reach out to one of us. Reach out
Yes.
to somebody.
My
Um,
inbox, my phone,
yeah,
I'm
any of it.
always available to anybody who needs somebody
Yeah,
to listen.
we might
So,
not understand the magnitude of what you're
yes.
going through, and I will never pretend like I do.
Right.
But please reach out. I
Mm-hmm.
hate to. There's been more posts that I've seen lately of this is what mental illness looks like, I think.
Yes.
And they show the different pictures of like Robin Williams and many
Mm-hmm.
other different celebrities who are completely smiling, but we've lost them to suicide.
Yes.
And we've talked about that. You've had your bout with dealing with that, and when I
Yeah.
lost Zach, I had a little bit of a moment there. When I lost Mom, I had a little bit of
Yeah.
a moment where I felt like I just couldn't keep on going on.
Yeah.
But I reached out to my friends because I knew that wasn't like me. It wasn't like me,
Right. Yeah.
and it takes a lot
It
to reach
does.
out to somebody. Just
Yes.
please know that our inbox is non-judgmental as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
If we don't have the answers, we can try to help you find where you need
Somebody who
to.
does,
Yeah,
or someone you
exactly.
trust who can help you.
Exactly. So,
Uh-huh.
it's we all go through something.
Yes.
I wish it were easier, but these are lessons too that we learn along the
Yes, it
way.
is. Yeah, exactly.
So,
I guess there's one important thing to say
hmm
to everybody who's listening and watching right now.
yeah,
You have survived 100% of your worst days.
absolutely.
Keep going.
Keep on going.
Yes.
I've, like I said, we both have been there to the point where we felt like we
Yes.
couldn't move,
Couldn't
couldn't
go
move forward, couldn't
on.
go on.
Didn't want to exist.
But look at now.
Yes.
Look at where we're at now.
Yes.
And things can change. Things can turn around for you.
Yeah.
And I just hope that you will have the courage to go ahead and reach out when you need to.
Yeah.
I seen one of my Facebook friends had wrote "Sorry World" on their Facebook, and I never see this kind of stuff from this person
Yeah.
in particular.
Right.
And I messaged. I'm like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
you doing okay? Because that's not like you."
That's not normal. Yeah.
And thankfully, he answered back. I was happy that he answered back, and he kind
Okay.
of explained a little bit of what's going on. And I said, "Man,
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you answered. I'm
Yes.
here if you need anything. I don't have answers for everything, but please, before you feel like you can't go further, to message again.
Yes.
Let's keep in touch and make sure that you're good, because that really it concerned me. You know,
And that is something to be concerned about.
yeah. When you're not used to seeing somebody post something like that, and maybe that's part of our journeys here, guys, is to
Yeah.
keep your eyes peeled for things. And sometimes I know people will say, "Oh, that person's just doing it for attention." Well, what if
Yes.
we stopped and actually asked them instead of just assuming that they're doing
Yeah.
it for attention? There's something more there, guys. Just like when somebody acts out and it's not like them, there's something else going there.
Yes.
Instead of thinking it's about you, start thinking, well, I asking the question, what's going on? Why are you acting like this? What's up? Maybe more conversations, being more vocal with people, we can kind of help them navigate. People act out because they need something. A lot of the
A
times,
lot of the time, yes.
just like animals act
Yeah.
out when. So let's start finding out if we can. If we have that moment, just hey, how are you today?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, like we've talked about before, when you see somebody walking by and you like their dress or their haircut, that might help them get out of whatever it is that they're down
Yes.
about. You never know.
You never know.
And I still have not seen you guys tell me your experiences on this. You guys are
Yes.
slacking. Listeners, you're slacking. I want to know
Yeah.
how your response was when you actually told somebody, "Hey, nice dress," or "I like your hair,"
Yeah.
or "Cool shirt, man." I still haven't heard any of this stuff, so the homework is still standing.
Yes. And the homework will still stand until we get people sharing.
Sharing that experience. We'd like to
Yeah.
hear about it, guys. Another thing I want to touch on before we end the show today, newsletter. Let's
Yes.
talk about that a little bit
Yeah.
with a big sigh. Yeah.
It's a huge overtaking.
Yeah, it is.
And as soon as I get, the format down,
Mhm.
it's going to be a lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
But the formatting is
Coming along.
coming along.
Perfect.
So
So we are going to have a newsletter. If there's anybody that's interested, or is this open for people to submit some articles, maybe poetry?
oh,
Or...
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
If anybody's interested in submitting some poetry, some positive, uplifting stuff, or
Positive, uplifting
experiences.
stuff, something that makes you think, questions you want answers to.
Yeah.
If there's
Jeremy, some faith stuff,
Jeremy, some faith stuff.
like an
Yes.
article on that would be cool.
Yes.
Just calling you out on the show.
Yeah. Jeremy, or anything doing with spirituality
Yeah, that would be very cool.
and faith.
Faith. Also, Crystal LaFay. She's got a
Yes.
newsletter that's incredible.
She does.
We just we did a couple things. Did you get an article in?
I didn't get
Didn't
an
get it.
article
I
in.
got a poem put in.
Cool.
I haven't seen any of the newsletter though. But she does
Right.
a really cool newsletter, and not that we're stealing her idea, but we really liked it, so we wanted to
Yes.
do one too.
But it's going to be
Yeah.
exclusive just to Patreon
subscribers. Which we're working on that, guys.
Jeremy
And
just said, "Sweet, I'm in."
awesome. We definitely we don't want to put too much on you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
We know you are a busy man, but we think that would be really cool to add you into the mix
Yes.
for the newsletter. You've got some very positive, uplifting stuff, and
Yes.
we really like you bringing that into the fold.
Exactly.
So. Plus, we like a man's perspective too.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Speaking of
Just
speaking of a man's perspective, should we call him out on that too?
No, not right now.
No.
I'm not in the business of
No.
calling out everything
Oh.
today.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Well,
No.
if you have something that you want to share with us and you want to sit in the comfy brown chair,
Yeah.
Of course, Kenna is now looking at me like, I'm not giving up my
I'm not giving
comfy
up the
brown
chair.
chair.
Sure.
But if you have a perspective on something that you want to share with us,
Yeah.
send Heather or myself a message. We would love to hear from you. Maybe you have a topic on the show that we haven't covered yet.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Jeremy
Please.
has not only does Jeremy have the band 30F,
Yes.
but he also has a podcast that's going to be coming out called This Is My Brain.
Yes.
Which we're excited to see because
Yes.
I've seen some like snippets, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything yet. But he's working on it. This man is busy, super busy.
Yes.
Super busy.
Yeah.
But we are super excited about him having that show, and
Yeah.
I think we're bringing it to Strange Friends Media. And you
Yes.
guys, if you haven't checked it out, Strange Friends Media is the group that we run out of the studio,
Yes.
and we have Mitch's Fake Radio.
Yes.
They also do the Don't Make This Weird podcast, which I'm
Those
on, which I love.
guys.
I'm one of those guys.
Those guys.
And obviously the Survivor Girl podcast, not to toot our own horns,
Yes.
but toot
Yeah.
toot. And we're working on the This Is My Brain. And there's more people that are interested in joining in on this podcast adventure.
Yes.
So if you have not liked Strange Friends Media, go to the Facebook page and like it.
Yes.
It keeps them updated on all of these shows that we're doing out of Strange Friends Media. And it's just really cool. Super exciting.
And go and find Mitch's Fake Radio and Don't Make This Weird
Yeah.
on YouTube and hit those notification bells.
Don't miss those. If you like to laugh, if you like goofy stuff,
If you like dick and fart jokes,
that would be the Don't Make This Weird show.
that would be the Don't Make This Weird show. And
Mitch's Fake Radio is
occasionally-
great.
yes.
It's great. So with that being said, also thesolidstateradio.net.
Yes.
Guys, check that out. Check
Yes.
it out.
Yeah.
So we are going to start wrapping up the show here, and we're so thankful that you guys were able to join us. We appreciate you being here. We are looking forward to seeing you again on September 1st. We get the weekend off next
Yes.
weekend. We are
Yes.
working on subscriber content that's going to be
Yes.
exclusive to Patreon subscribers for one monthly fee.
Yes.
And then it's going to be across the board on Don't Make This Weird and Mitch's Fake Radio, and eventually on This Is My Brain. I always want to say This Is Your Brain. Sorry, Jeremy. I'm trying to curb myself from saying it. But we are excited to be able to start getting out that content. I want to say that some of that content is going to be me and Hope there and Ian, the band stuff. some pictures from the
Ooh.
behind the scenes, the newsletter.
Yes.
Some of the stuff from Tuscola Palooza is going to be up there,
Yes.
and some other positive
And some
things that
other
we've been
crazy
working
things
on.
that we're working on and
Mm-hmm.
thinking about.
Oh, for
So
sure. So, I don't know what's that. Oh.
that would be my alarm that I thought
Dun,
I turned
dun,
off.
dun. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go
We do
ahead.
not own that content. So
Oh no, no, no. That is definitely not something we own.
nope.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end on that note, guys, and we will
Yes.
see you again September 1st.
And the truths, you don't have to you don't have to fit the social norms. It's okay to stand out.
Yeah, it's okay.
You've survived 100% of your worst days.
Yeah.
Be better, not bitter.
And guys, do not forget that life is best lived. We will see you not next Sunday, the Sunday after.
that. September 1st.
September 1st, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. We hope that you keep going out there and inspiring people and uplifting people.
Hit those likes and subscription bells.
Yeah. See you guys later.